You and the team get, do you think? What grade would you give yourself?
I don't like giving grades to myself. That's why I went to school and I didn't have to rate me. Well, I mean, I didn't went to school only for that, but I had to. But yeah, I don't like to give grades to myself. For the team, I think very close to an A. I mean, obviously there's been a few setbacks, but we've always worked in the best way we could whenever we happen to be in those difficult situations. So that's what matters the most in the situation we are in today. We need to just do everything to improve the car as quick as possible, to be back to winning as quickly as possible. This is our target. This is why we are working so hard, and I think we are working well.
The results certainly back that up, and the competitiveness of the car throughout this first half of the season, particularly in the last few races. How impressed have you been with the steps forward the team has made? Silverstone, this a track maybe a bit similar to, I don't know, maybe like Monaco, really, in terms of like downforce levels, and you went very well there until obviously Sunday. But is this a weekend you're expecting big things from?
I think on the paper it's one of our most competitive track. Whether we are targeting for the podium, I don't think we should think about it too much. I think in a clean race, the Red Bull and Mercedes are still very far ahead. But yeah, we never know. If there's an opportunity, I will definitely try and take it. But our main target is to be in front of the midfield and to beat McLaren to try and help our championship battle with them.
A half-term report card at school, what would it say?
Improving nicely, I would say. I cannot say much more. I don't like putting myself a number. I think it's tricky and it can be seen as good or bad. But the key thing for me is that I started the season, with good speed straight away. I was fast in the car straight away. That gave me a good confidence level with the team and with the car. And since then, it's been all about perfecting the F1 weekend. Putting the whole weekend together. And I feel like I'm improving at that, and the moment that I can start putting those weekends together, I feel like the good results are going to roll and I'm going to be consistent.
What are you happiest with? Is it that sign of improvement through the year, or the fact that your race pace, regardless of whether it's at the front or whether you happen to start a little bit further back, has been absolutely on point?
I think it's the key thing for me was that in race one, since race one, I was fast both in qualifying and in the race, and that I could see that I wasn't lacking any pace compared to Charles, and that I could focus more in the other stuff rather than on the data of analyzing how to drive the car. I had to change a lot my driving style, my way to approach some corners, but the pace was there straight away, and that made me very relaxed. And then it was more all about how do I get to be the consistent Carlos that I was in McLaren. And how do I start getting those weekends together to be bang on every single weekend and be good in the championship, And that's been my main focus, and I feel like recently I've also improved that, and still a bit of a road to go, but it's still my first year with the team, and I'm going to take it with philosophy.
What are you hoping for from this weekend, the last one before the summer break?
I think it's a good track for us, much less straights than Silverstone and Austria, so that should definitely bias us towards being a bit more competitive. But the type of corner here is not the one that everyone thinks it is. Everyone thinks about Hungarian as slow track, and it's not anymore a slow track. Once you do 113 around Hungarian, you must be being pretty fast. And it's more medium speed, which we know is not our particular strength, but still, I think that it should be a better track than the previous ones, and that we should try and score a strong weekend.